Hello, I am here today with Andrea Haughey. She is the owner of SIL Fitness Group. She is a personal trainer and you're a nutrition coach also, right?
Yeah, I'm a health and nutrition coach, and we do mostly group classes here.
Fun.
Yeah.
I know, I've seen them. They do classes with kids, they do classes with husbands and wives, and it looks like a lot of fun.
It is fun. It is a lot of fun.
Okay, so we are getting to know her a little bit more, and we're gonna jump in and ask a few questions. And I have one that I know you're gonna love. So how long have you been in Las Vegas?
So we have been in Las Vegas 5 years, just over 5 years. We moved here in January of 2014, so it's just been 5 years.
Yeah.
We moved between Christmas and New Year's.
Oh, wow.
We packed up and we moved, and we actually lived with my in-laws in their casita, my husband and I in their casita, and my kids were in the house while we were waiting to close on our house.
I think a lot of people, that was kind of in the time frame that the market kind of tanked. Well, not kind of tanked, really tanked.
And it was coming out of the tank at the time of the economy, but we did buy a short sale, so we we didn't know how long it would take to close on it.
Right.
And we had been told it could take 6 months, it could
take a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, I think it took us less than 3 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So then we had to go back. We're from Salt Lake City originally, so then we had to go back, get our stuff, bring it all up here after we closed on the house.
So it was quicker than you thought, but that was good, right?
It was
you got out of the casita.
Yes, out of the casita.
That's good. Okay, so so you moved here from Salt Lake, and then so what brought you here? I mean, from Salt Lake, isn't this quite a departure from where you were?
It is on a lot of different levels, but I mean, one, we both were born and raised there, grew up there, actually in the suburbs of Salt Lake. It's a city called Bountiful, like 15 minutes outside of Salt Lake. But we just wanted to change. We kind of wanted to raise our kids somewhere else. So why not Sin City, right? But my in-laws had retired here in Vegas, so we've been going back and forth a lot. We would come down here for the holidays, for Thanksgiving a lot.
Yeah.
And we just loved it. And then most of my family had left, and they were in California and Phoenix, and this was kind of central, and his parents were retired, and we had 2 little kids. We wanted to be by grandma and grandpa, and and I love the heat. I hate the cold. You wouldn't think growing up in Salt Lake, I hate it. So this was a good place.
So you love being a desert dweller.
Oh my gosh, I will take 115 over freezing cold any day.
Well, now I've lived here most of my life, and I think I would too.
Yeah.
I like the cold. Like this winter we had, I loved the change. We had 4 seasons.
Right.
But I would not want to shovel snow.
No, you don't want to live in it.
No.
Or put your kids to walk them to the bus stop, like coat, boots, hat, gloves.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm a klutz, so I would be like on the ground
On the ice.
most of the time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't miss the cold at all.
So did you come to Vegas with the plan to open a gym?
No.
No.
No, not at all. And it's funny because we did both grow up, like born, raised Salt Lake there our whole lives. We've been here only 5 years, but this is home to us. Like this just feels like home.
Yeah.
I don't, when people, when they leave, they'll say, oh, I'm going home, or I'm going to visit home. I don't, we don't look at that like, oh, we're going home anymore. This is just, I think we've just created a home, and the people, I love the people here. The people are amazing. There's a real community here, and I think you hear a lot that there's not, and I still hear people saying, oh, the people in Vegas are this or that, but it's the opposite. I love it.
I think it is what you make it. I think Vegas is a very small town. It feels that way anyway. You can, go into a store and see people that you haven't seen, maybe in a long time. and it still is a very word of mouth town.
Yeah.
It's super, super small, even though there's I think like 2.4 million people here now.
It doesn't,
Yeah.
it seems small. It seems small, and I think you have to be intentional about meeting people.
Very true.
Because it is so hot here in the summer that you're not walking around your neighborhood, you know, meeting them. But I also think so many people are not from here, so they want to make new friends, and they are out looking to, you know, create a new community and new friendships.
Right. Well, and I don't think I don't know how you kind of got started meeting people, but I've lived here almost 40 years, and I never really met the circle of people that I'm now very close with until I started networking and going to some different events. And you know, you really do have to look for it, but it is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
The women, especially, I think, in Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
we're awesome.
a lot. Yes, a lot of women entrepreneurs. I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of support in that area. Had we stayed in Salt Lake, I don't think I would have ever opened a business
Really?
at all. No.
So you have been here, I see, I don't know if you can see this, but the sign is, they're turning 2 March 30th, and that's exciting.
Yeah, it is super exciting. When we opened the studio, it was the scariest thing I have ever done. It's still the scariest thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, every day you wake up and it's scary. You have
Right.
the scary moments. But yeah, it's been 2 years. It's gone by fast.
So so you came here, was it for work?
It was, well, my husband was looking for a job here because this is where we decided we want to go. So he applied for a job, got a job here, and so we moved here for that. And when we first moved here, I was just coaching classes at other studios, training clients here and there, and that's what I did for the first 3 years.
Okay, well, we have no shortage of gyms. So why did you get the bug to open your own?
So I got the bug to open my own because I had been at different studios, coached at different studios, and there are a lot of really great ones, but I think what separates us and what makes us different is really the community, and that's what I wanted to build. You know, I think you can go to any gym and get a good workout.
Yeah.
But to go to a place where you feel safe and where you can be any shape or size or fitness level and be in this small group class together and everyone's cheering for you the same, it doesn't matter what level you're on, and the goals are not just focused on weight loss or even fitness. You know, I just think a place where you can go and become a better person all around and in general. And for me, I'm just focused on finding self-love, because I think so many women have it mixed up. They think, well, I'm gonna go work out, or I'm gonna get in shape, or I'm gonna lose X amount of weight, and then I'll love myself, and then I'll be happy.
Right.
And for me, I think you need to teach women to be happy with who they are and to love themselves the way they are, and then they start to make better choices that serve them better, and they eat better, and they want to work out more, and they want to feel better because they already love themselves. So that's really what we focus on. And the people, there's the people here, that the members, this community, the women here, there's honestly nothing like it. I know I'm a little biased, but
here's
powerful.
the thing though that I've noticed is, honestly, that has to be you. You set the tempo, you set the mood, you set the environment, and then I think people who need that are just drawn to you. Because I mean, every gym could have that, but it has to be brought by somebody. You know, so I mean, honestly, just knowing you, I think you're the one that, you know, set the tone for what you wanted it to be.
Yeah, well.
So I'm glad though, because it's needed for sure.
Yeah, it is needed. And I think looking back, it was probably a year before we moved to Vegas where I really started, like, my journey with self-love and self-care, and moving to a new city where you don't know anyone forces you to get uncomfortable.
Right.
And I think when you can force yourself to get uncomfortable, that's when we grow, and that's where we gain confidence and all of that. And so that's why I say, had we stayed in Salt Lake, I probably would have just stayed in my little comfort zone, kept coaching at the gym I was at, and nothing would have changed.
Right.
So
yeah. So it was a good move.
it was
Because we needed you.
yeah.
We needed what you had to bring. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we needed Vegas. So
Yeah. Well, good. We're glad you're
Yeah.
here. Okay, so let's see. What is a misconception about your business that you wish people knew?
Oh, a misconception. I don't know what a misconception about it would be. I mean, one I think is, price. Like, people always will look at a price of a gym and think, well, why would I pay X amount of money when I can go pay $9.95 or $19 whatever at this gym
Right.
and go whenever I want. But again, that goes back to what I was saying, separates us. It's the community. You're not just paying for a workout, you're creating a family, you're paying for support and accountability and people who really care about you. And I think that's it, is that people don't realize it's so much more than a gym and just a place to go and work out.
Right.
It's a lifestyle, it's a culture, it's a family and a community. And
Well, and with you, if somebody doesn't show up, you're gonna know.
yes, because we're small enough that when you're not here, I've had, a few members that say that. They say, I know if I've missed 3 days, you're gonna call me or you're
Right.
gonna text me. So yeah, it's kind of like you have your own personal trainer.
And your support system.
Right, and your support system. And not even is it just me that notices you aren't here, but then the other members that are in the class, they notice you aren't here, and then they're
Right.
going to be calling you and saying, like, what's going on? Why aren't you
Right.
here?
Right.
So there is definitely that accountability, and yeah, you do get noticed if you're gone.
Well, and I think people need that. People need to know that they are noticed.
Right.
That, oh, wait a minute, I didn't show up and you called me. And that in itself makes you feel a sense of belonging.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because there's so many studios, you can pay them their monthly rate forever, and you could be sick for a year and they're not going to notice or call you and say, why are you
Right.
still paying if you're not coming?
Right. Yeah, they're just gonna keep collecting
Right.
the check. Yeah. Okay, well, I think we need more. Do you have any plans to open more locations?
Not right now. This is my home right now. Yeah, we're just focusing on this. It's still so new. I
Yeah.
mean, 2 years seems,
Oh, yeah.
it's still so fresh, and I'm still figuring it all out. When you open it, I'm not a business owner, business by heart. I just have had to learn it over
Right.
2 years. I just jumped in saying, like, this is what I love, this is what I want my vision to look like,
Yeah.
and this is what I'm passionate about. All the business side of it, I'm clueless, so I'm figuring it out as I go.
Well, you're doing a good job. Every time I see anything posted, the room is full. So I think that people are appreciating what you're bringing. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. What is your favorite restaurant that you go to? Oh, I guess I forgot to mention, we are in Henderson. We are off Horizon Ridge. And so if you're gonna go eat, where is that gonna be?
So I don't go out to eat a lot, so this question was hard, but there's a place which is literally like a block down the street on the corner. It's called Kitchen Table. It's little, they're only open for breakfast and lunch, and I'm an eggs, like breakfast is my favorite, so if I'm gonna go out to eat, brunch is my jam, but they're really good. So a lot of our members on Saturday morning, they'll work out and then they'll go and have breakfast there.
And then my last question, and I threw this one in and I didn't tell you. Who is your favorite Golden Knight?
Who is my favorite Golden Knight?
I mean, if you had to pick just one.
So I
who
have a
would that
bobblehead sitting next to my bed because my husband bought it for me as a joke. And now I'm drawing a blank. What is his name? Who has lived here forever?
Oh, England. Derek
Yes,
England.
Derek England. So I do love him, and so my husband bought me a bobblehead, and it literally sits on my nightstand next to our bed.
Well, I figured that they are so much a part now of our new Vegas culture, you know, without us ever having
Yeah.
a sports team here before. So I threw that in, but I knew you'd be able to come
Yeah.
up with an answer.
Well,
So-
you know, we are huge hockey. My
Yes.
son has played hockey since
Right.
he was 3. My husband still plays hocky in the Old Mounds League, that's what I call it. But he works for the NHL. Yeah, so when they announced the nights, that was huge
Right.
for us. So
Right. Yeah, so that is our new, we watch the games, we scream, we yell, we cheer, you know, the whole 9 yards. So that is our new favorite pastime.
Good. It's super
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Have you
it's
been to a
very fun.
game?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, so we found we love the games because in the stadium, is it called a stadium?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Arena, stadium.
Arena, stadium, I don't know what it's called. So we love it because the energy
Uh-huh.
is crazy.
So loud.
Yeah, it is so loud, and people were so funny because when we got the team, they're like, "Oh, Vegas, you guys aren't gonna, you know, like adopt this team for yourselves."
Or we won't be able to fill up the seats.
Yeah,
or-
yeah, it's gonna be, you know, the stadium's gonna be empty. It's, you know, oh my gosh, it has just gone crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. So we like sitting at home though, also because my husband paces back and forth, everybody's yelling. If somebody's watching it in another room, they're texting, "Did you see
Did you
that?"
see-
Yeah, we're calling our friends on the phone and saying, "I can't believe this happened." You know, so we're all in.
Good. Good. I love it.
I know. Okay, so if you want to come visit Andrea and take a class, it is SIL Group Fitness. Am I saying that right?
SIL Fitness Studio.
SIL Fitness Studio. And we're on Horizon Ridge. I'm going to link all her information below. And that way you can just get to her directly and come try her out. You're going to love her. We'll talk to you next time.
Thanks. It was fun.
Bye.